Hi, my name is Mama Ali Lapra, and I will be discussing about Article 14 and Article 6 in the Federal Constitution of Malaysia.
So, imagine this. You are watching Malaysia national football team Harimau Malaya thrash Vietnam 4-0. The whole country erupts, but then FIFA steps in and says, these players shouldn't have been here at all. In 2025, Malaysia fast-tracked citizenship for 7 foreign-born footballers from Argentina, Brazil, Spain and the Netherlands. Claiming they had Malaysian grandparents, they played, Malaysia won, then FIFA investigate. Turns out the documents were falsified. The players themselves admitted they never even read them. FIFA fined FAM $400,000, suspended all 7 players, and the entire FAM executive committee eventually resigned in shame. This is why Article 14 matters. It defines exactly who qualifies as a Malaysian citizen. It's not just bureaucracy, it's the foundation of national identity. When we bypass it for shortcut, everyone pays the price. Article 6 of our Constitution is clear: no slavery, no forced labor. But in May 2025, police raided multiple locations across KL and Selangor under Op Pintas Mega. They rescued 16 people, including teenage boys as young as 16, working against their will at the restaurant and construction sites. Most were migrants from Myanmar, Indonesia, and Bangladesh. Even into 2026, raids are still happening, still rescuing people, still finding victims. That tells everything that the law exists, but enforcement is the real test. As long as vulnerable workers can be exploited in the shadows, our constitution remains an unfulfillment promise. The protection is written, now we need the will to actually deliver it.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Alif. I will be discussing Article 152 and Article 153 Federal Constitution. We see it every day on our feeds and our streets. Bahasa Rojak, the constant messy mixing of language has become our default slang. But this isn't just harmless pop culture. It's slowly erasing our national identity. As the old saying goes, when you lose your language, a nation loses its soul. But protecting our language is not just a personal choice, it is the highest law of the land. Under Article 152 of the Federal Constitution, it clearly states the national language must be the Malay language. While the law fully protects our right to learn and use other language, Bahasa Melayu is our official legal foundation. It is a rule we are required to follow. Why? Because a country cannot truly succeed if its own language is pushed aside. Our national tongue is not just a tool to bring people together. It is necessary for our economic survival and our future as an independent nation. Keeping it alive is a duty for everyone, from parents at home to creators online. Respect a constitution, follow the law, and speak our national language with pride. Protect the language, save the nation. In our national conversations, few topics cause as much debate as the special rights of Malay and indigenous communities. Modern changes often challenge these policies, leaving many wonder if our social contract is under threat. But this is firmly locked into the supreme law of the land. Under Article 153, it is the duty of the Yang Pertuan Agong to protect the special position of the Malays and natives while safeguarding the rightful interests of all others community. This balance ensures fairness and long-term peace. Progress means moving forward together without destroying our legal pillars. Follow the law, respect the constitution, and protect the careful balance that keeps our nation united.
So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm Fahmi. I'm continuing the video. So, let's be real for a second. We talk a lot about federal constitution like it's just some old textbook. But do you actually realize what is protecting every single day? It's holding together a massive, delicate balance. Under Article 3.1, the Constitution explicitly declares that Islam is the religion of the Federation, while guaranteeing that other faiths can be practiced in total peace and harmony. That is our foundation. But right now, on social media, people are completely losing the plot when it comes to what freedom actually means. Look at what happened in 2026 under Article 10.1a. Every citizen is granted the right to freedom of speech and expression, but some people think that right is absolute. A student from UMPSA thought his freedom of speech meant he could desecrate the Quran and post it online for clout. Are you kidding me? That is not expression, that is pure deliberate provocation. People think social media is a lawless wasteland where they can attack 3R issue like religion and race without consequences. But guess what? Article 10 is not a shield for hate speech. The law stepped in and that student went straight to court. Your voice is meant to build this nation up, not to insult what is sacred to your neighbors. And it's the exact same issues when it comes to freedom of religion. Yes, Article 3.1 allow other religion to be practiced in harmony, but that freedom never place anyone above the local town planning, local council guideline or land law. When people go out and build the unauthorized structure or kill haram by encroaching on public land, it's not a restriction on religious freedom. It's a violation of the law. We cannot build a peaceful multiracial country if everyone just ignore the local law out of convenience. The true freedom thrives when we respect the framework of the legal system. We need to stop abusing our constitutional right and start owning our responsibility. Guard this harmony. Respect the law because at the end of the day, ini tanah air kita. Ini Malaysia. So I'm handing this over to the next part. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Abdul Hamid, number ID EL22034. Today I will be presenting Article 5 and Article 8. First, let's take a look at Article 5, Personal Liberty. Article 5.1 states that no person shall be deprived of their life or personal liberty except in accordance with law. This means that every individual has the right to freedom and cannot be arrested, detained or punished unless the law allows it. However, one major challenge is balancing individual right with the power of the state. In situations involving criminal investigation, national security, or law enforcement authority may restrict a person's liberty. The key question is whether these actions are carried out fairly and according to the law. Some issues rising related to the Article 5 includes concern about the detention of migrants and refugees without trials, debates over whether prominent figures are treated differently from ordinary citizens during investigation, and concern about police power versus individual rights. For example, the case shown here involved the former Prime Minister Najib Razak, and reports on migrant detention have sparked public discussion about whether personal liberty is always protected fairly. Let's move to Article 8, Equality before the law. Article 8.1 states that all persons are equal before the law and entitled to equal protection of the law. This means that regardless of status, wealth, race, or position, everyone should be treated equally by the legal system. The challenge is ensuring real equality while allowing certain legal exceptions and policy that address social and economic differences. Current issue includes concern about corruption affecting fairness in legal enforcement, debates about whether wealth or political influence can affect legal outcomes, and challenge in ensuring equal treatment in high-profile corruption cases. The examples shown, including case involving Najib Razak and Hydroshopi Director Wan Muhammad Shahid, highlight public concern about whether justice is applied equally to everyone.